Welcome to Africa Revealed. Today, we're counting down the top 10 African countries with the highest GDP per capita in 2024. GDP per capita, or Gross Domestic Product per capita, is a measure of a country's economic output divided by its population. In simpler terms, it represents the average income of a person in a country if the total economic output were distributed equally among all residents. For instance, a country with a high GDP per capita generally indicates a higher standard of living and greater economic productivity, although it doesn't necessarily reflect income equality. Now that we understand the concept, let's begin our countdown of the African countries with the highest GDP per capita, starting with number 10. Cabo Verde kicks off our list with a GDP per capita of $4,656. Tourism is the backbone of its economy, drawing visitors from around the globe with its pristine beaches, vibrant culture, and year-round tropical climate. The islands have also become a hub for ecotourism, offering unique experiences like whale watching and hiking volcanic landscapes. Another pillar of Cabo Verde's economy is remittances from its large diaspora. These funds contribute significantly to household incomes and national revenue, bolstering the nation's development efforts. The government has worked tirelessly to diversify its economy. Investments in renewable energy, particularly wind and solar power, have placed Cabo Verde among Africa's leaders in sustainable energy use. It also boasts a growing digital economy, with infrastructure being developed to transform the islands into a technology hub. Despite these successes, Cabo Verde faces challenges such as limited natural resources and vulnerability to climate change. The government's focus on green initiatives and global partnerships aims to address these issues and ensure long-term stability. At number 9, we have Namibia with a GDP per capita of $4,745. Famous for its vast deserts and diverse wildlife, Namibia has leveraged its unique geography to build a thriving tourism sector. Visitors flock to see the iconic dunes of Sossusvlei, the wildlife-rich Etosha National Park, and the hauntingly beautiful Skeleton Coast. The country is also rich in natural resources, particularly diamonds and uranium. Mining accounts for a significant portion of its GDP, making Namibia one of the world's top producers of these valuable commodities. The government has made efforts to ensure the benefits of these resources are reinvested into infrastructure and social programs. Agriculture, although limited by arid conditions, plays a key role in sustaining rural communities. Livestock farming, particularly cattle and sheep, is a major economic activity, with exports reaching global markets. Namibia has also invested heavily in renewable energy, particularly solar power, taking advantage of its abundant sunshine. This shift is not only reducing energy imports but also positioning the country as a leader in sustainable energy development. Coming in at number 8 is Algeria, with a GDP per capita of $5,722. Its economy is heavily anchored in its vast oil and natural gas reserves, which account for over 90% of its export earnings. As one of the world's top natural gas exporters, Algeria has long been a key energy supplier to Europe, making it a critical player in global energy markets. The government has prioritized diversifying its economy, with investments in sectors like agriculture, manufacturing, and technology. Agriculture in Algeria is particularly robust, with the country producing significant quantities of dates, wheat, and olives. These contribute to both food security and exports. Algeria's strategic location along the Mediterranean also positions it as a gateway for trade between Africa and Europe. With its rich natural resources and ambitious development plans, Algeria is steadily transitioning into a more diversified and resilient economy, cementing its place as one of Africa's leading nations. South Africa lands at number 7 with a GDP per capita of $5,975. South Africa is one of the continent's most diversified economies. Known as Africa's industrial powerhouse, it boasts a sophisticated financial sector, robust manufacturing industries, and world-class infrastructure. Mining has been the cornerstone of South Africa's economy for decades. The country is one of the world's largest producers of gold, platinum, and diamonds, contributing significantly to exports and employment. However, South Africa has also moved beyond mining, with finance, technology, and agriculture emerging as key growth drivers. Additionally, its tourism sector is booming, attracting millions of visitors each year to experience the country's diverse wildlife, vibrant cities, and rich cultural heritage. As a member of the BRICS group of emerging economies, South Africa plays a significant role on the global stage. Its ongoing efforts to balance economic growth with social development make it a country to watch in the coming years. At number 6 is Equatorial Guinea, with a GDP per capita of $6,733. This country owes much of its wealth to oil. The discovery of significant reserves in the 1990s transformed this small Central African nation, making it one of the continent's richest in terms of GDP per capita. The oil sector dominates the economy, accounting for the majority of government revenue and exports. This wealth has funded infrastructure projects, including modern highways, ports, and urban developments. However, heavy reliance on oil has also made the country vulnerable to fluctuations in global oil prices. Efforts are being made to diversify the economy. The government is investing in sectors like agriculture, fisheries, and tourism. The natural beauty of Equatorial Guinea, from its pristine beaches to its lush rainforests, offers significant potential for ecotourism. Despite these efforts, income inequality remains a challenge. While urban areas have seen significant development, rural regions still struggle with poverty and limited access to basic services. Libya secures the 5th spot with $6,975 per capita. Despite political instability, its oil sector remains a vital driver of economic growth. Its vast oil reserves, among the largest on the continent, are the backbone of its economy, driving exports and government revenues. However, Libya's economy is not without its challenges. Years of political instability and conflict have impacted infrastructure, governance, and economic growth. Despite these setbacks, Libya's oil industry has shown remarkable resilience, with production levels recovering in recent years. In addition to oil, Libya's strategic location on the Mediterranean positions it as a potential trade and logistics hub connecting Africa, Europe, and the Middle East. There is growing interest in diversifying the economy through investments in agriculture, tourism, and renewable energy. Libya's cultural heritage is another asset. The ancient Roman ruins at Leptis Magna and Siren are UNESCO World Heritage Sites, offering immense tourism potential. As Libya works toward political stability and economic diversification, its wealth of resources and strategic location provide a solid foundation for future growth. Botswana shines at number 4 with a GDP per capita of $7,875 and is often hailed as an African success story. Since gaining independence in 1966, it has transitioned from one of the world's poorest nations to a middle-income country. Diamonds are the cornerstone of Botswana's economy, contributing significantly to GDP and exports. However, what sets Botswana apart is its prudent management of this resource. The government has invested diamond revenues in infrastructure, education, and healthcare, creating a stable and prosperous society. Botswana is also a global leader in wildlife conservation. The Okavango Delta, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, attracts tourists from around the world, supporting a vibrant ecotourism sector. The country's stable political environment and strong governance have been key to its success. Botswana consistently ranks among Africa's least corrupt nations, fostering investor confidence. The nation's forward-thinking approach ensures that it remains a beacon of growth and stability on the continent. At number 3, Gabon boasts a GDP per capita of $9,308. Its wealth is driven by its oil reserves, which account for the majority of government revenue and exports. Gabon is also one of Africa's largest producers of manganese, used in steel production, further diversifying its mineral portfolio. What sets Gabon apart is its commitment to sustainability. Over 80% of the country is covered in rainforests, and it has been a leader in conservation efforts. Gabon has designated significant portions of its territory as national parks, protecting its rich biodiversity and attracting ecotourists from around the world. In recent years, Gabon has been focusing on economic diversification. The government is investing in agriculture, with an emphasis on self-sufficiency in food production. Additionally, Gabon is developing its timber industry by promoting value-added processing rather than raw exports. Infrastructure improvements, such as modernized ports and highways, are enhancing Gabon's role as a regional trade hub. Mauritius ranks second on the continent with a GDP per capita of $12,973. This island nation in the Indian Ocean has transformed itself into an economic powerhouse, driven by diversification and innovation. Tourism is a major contributor to Mauritius's success, with its crystal-clear waters, luxury resorts, and cultural attractions drawing millions of visitors annually. Beyond tourism, Mauritius has established itself as a financial hub, offering a stable business environment and attractive tax incentives for global companies. The nation's sugar and textile industries, once the mainstays of its economy, remain important but have been complemented by growth in new sectors. Mauritius is now a leader in ICT, renewable energy, and pharmaceutical manufacturing. Education and healthcare are priorities in Mauritius, with high literacy rates and a well-trained workforce driving its economic success. The government's proactive policies, including trade agreements and investment incentives, have attracted foreign direct investment, making Mauritius a favorite destination for global business. And at the top of the list is Seychelles, with an impressive GDP per capita of $21,875, the highest in Africa. This paradise on earth has built its prosperity on a foundation of high-end tourism, fisheries, and a commitment to sustainability. Tourism is the lifeblood of the Seychellois economy. Its idyllic beaches, turquoise waters, and exclusive resorts attract affluent travelers from around the world. The government has carefully managed tourism growth to preserve the island's natural beauty, ensuring long-term sustainability. The fisheries sector is another economic pillar, with tuna exports playing a vital role in foreign earnings. Seychelles has also invested in value-added processing, enhancing its position in global seafood markets. Seychelles is a leader in marine conservation, with over 30% of its waters designated as protected areas. These efforts not only safeguard biodiversity but also support ecotourism and sustainable fishing practices. The nation's small but dynamic financial services sector has also contributed to its high GDP per capita. Seychelles has positioned itself as an offshore financial hub, offering attractive incentives to global businesses. Seychelles exemplifies how careful planning, sustainability, and diversification can transform a small nation into a global success story. These countries are leading the way in economic prosperity on the African continent. Which country surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Africa Revealed for more amazing content about the continent we call home.